been said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bruins offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The 12th man, Warren, standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Bruins line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Penny. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bargava. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but
touchdown, Aggies! And they have the first points of the game.
got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited. And you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rush is on him. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll run the screen. First guy never seems to get him as he finds his way out to the 19. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He put 2 breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To the air, it's Penny. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Ball. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires left. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm at on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Got a little space. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They go to the ground. Running to Green. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. The give to the tailback. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance. And
they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with try to really get into this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's caught. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Aggie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Fleming. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Leaves it with the running back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Back to pass, it's Penny. Flicks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He's got it and still on his feet. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. They just keep firing. Wide out trying to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Fires to the big fella. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's ball. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Looking to pass. It's Penny. Makes the grab. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Texas A&M going quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bargava. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station.
The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might already knock them out already, Coleman.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Penny. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. All by himself. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the pummeling has started. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is good. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. And the returner is stopped. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Penny. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Hey, man, they've got a big lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Spargava. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy... David, they finally get to him on that run. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested. Here on 3rd down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the returner will be brought down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This drive will open from the 15. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He makes a catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man in the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming. It's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. We reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. This defense has been so dominant, David, that the 12th man feels like he's out there literally. Extra people on the stop troops.
Yeah, no doubt. They've been flying all over the field, and the tradition of the 12th man is like no other. You don't see that anywhere else in college football, and this defensive crowd gets into the game, and they represent.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front set.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, and maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It'll be 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. 1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense is.
And they are in for the score here late in the fourth quarter.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch them.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Makes the grab. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll bring him down, the clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game possible.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. this game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wildcats offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you had all day to stew on and get excited and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's got him. Breaks into the open. Stumbled to the ground.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Finds a man in the middle. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running football.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, hitting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off, They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Back to throw, it's Penny. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking to throw on first down. On the move to his left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal, you don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the left. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Just keeps moving. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give to the back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right.
Touchdown, Aggie. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Kentucky, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Tackle is made
I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Dropping back, it's Penny. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
They're able to find a tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The short hands, it's Bargava. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. A&M comes back out with another first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. They'll give it to the back. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Penny. Starting to feel a little pressure. Taking it the other way. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Bargava. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
28, Kentucky, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Bring in the heat. And the defense, got him at the 27.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Got his man. And they're able to get him down. Texas A&M going up tempo. To the air. It's Penny. Release to the back. It's on target and complete. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with the lone back. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Boise State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividend.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Kentucky will be forced to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Makes the catch at the 35. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really... his offense to start this drive. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got the first down and more. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick completion on the out route. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
0.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Aggie! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty. And let the result of that play stand. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll leave it with him. Breaks the tackle. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now on 1st down from the 30. Might as well give it to him again. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Kentucky sent out the punting unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Now on 2nd down. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And the Texas A&M offense.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. It's complete. Left. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice game. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast.
Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Texas A&M 68, Kentucky 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. From the gun, the ground game. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. This defense has them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Give to the running back. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got him working run, but they're going to throw it. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On target. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Give to the single back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Offense facing 4th down.
Let's see what he can do with it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They give it to him again. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. One more play to pad the stats.
On down.
Looking downfield on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from